Hi everyone, thanks for checking out today's review of The Conduit. If you like what you see, tell me what you thought of The Conduit and consider giving me a like and subscribe. It helps me grow as a creator and what game that I should play next. Anyway, on to the video. Published by Sega and developed by High Voltage Software back in 2009, The Conduit was built from the ground up to the Wii's exclusive competitor first-person shooter. Seriously, if High Voltage developed The Conduit in a specialized game engine named Quantum 3. This was to give the title a bump up in graphical prowess to be a competitive visual experience that would be comparable to games that were developed on the PS3 and Xbox 360. In addition to High Voltage's quest to create the best first-person shooter on the Wii, personalized and tight controls were their other highest priority. There are a plethora of control options for you to consider in The Conduit. While in-game, you can alter many settings that affect your gameplay, such as your character speed, motion sensitivity in your Wiimote and nunchuck, and many other features that allow you to have the best control scheme on the Nintendo Wii. Definitely one of the best perks of The Conduit and something that was not available on other first-person shooters that were on the 360 and PS3. It was the best to experiment with the control settings in the campaign, so you didn't have to worry about getting wrecked in its online multiplayer. A subject I wish I could talk about more. Nintendo Wii Online has been disabled since mid-2014. I can only say from memory that I had fun with the various modes such as Free For All, Team Reaper, and Bounty Hunter. Did I have connectivity issues and lag? Yep, but still had fun. Only had the Wii, so I thought that was normal. God, I was really ignorant back then. It was a good time that I wish I could have given another shot. Probably would have redeemed what I didn't like about The Conduit, the single-player campaign. So, you play as Secret Agent Michael Ford, who is inducted into the secret organization, The Trust, led by John Adams. There's a terror organization whose leader is named Prometheus. Literally created a new profile, and in the first cutscene of the story, I'm allowed to skip. I guess High Voltage doesn't care about this story either. Anyway, you go to an airport, shoot up some thugs, and steal back the sacred item called the All-Seeing Eye, or the ASE, a pretty novel device that can hack into computers, unlock biolocks, and show hidden messages, and secret rooms that hold advanced weaponry. An alien race called the Drudge is invading Washington, D.C. by entering through these glowing conduits. Adams betrays you for no apparent reason.
Well done, Mr. Ford. You have fulfilled your duties admirably and performed a tremendous service to this great country of ours. It's truly a shame that you had to die in the line of duty.
Sir.
Oh, I will make sure the President knows that you died a heroic death, battling the first wave of the alien invasion. Goodbye, Mr. Ford.
And it turns out Prometheus is a good guy.
My name is Prometheus. I want to help you.
Then call off your forces.
I can't do that, Michael. They aren't mine.
You two join forces, and Michael is given a superpowered suit that boosts his capabilities. You shoot through multiple DC locations, taking out Drudge nests, and eventually entering the Drudge's HQ, which it actually turns out to be the Trust's HQ. The Drudge are a manufactured cloned insectoid species based on the genetics of Prometheus, who is the Trust's prisoner. You destroy Prometheus' body while he uploads his consciousness into the ASE, and Michael escapes into another conduit with an unknown destination with the clear intention of a sequel. I think I can break this game review into two parts, the graphics and the gameplay. I'll be upfront, I did not like this game as much as I thought I was going to. Now, it's excellent that High Voltage designed The Conduit from the ground up with the Quantum 3 engine, but to say that it's to be a visual experience comparable to Xbox 360 and PS3? Well, that was a lie. Look, you can dress up a visually realistic game all you want on a first-person shooter on the Nintendo Wii, but it's never gonna look as what's possible on the 360 and PS3. But obviously, if you only had a Nintendo Wii, as I did at the time, then this and select other games were visually the best you could get on the system. And honestly, I don't think this is the highest quality looking console exclusive. I think COD ports on the Wii look visually similar. If you want a visually pleasing FPS, then I would highly recommend that you instead go with Metroid Prime or the 2010 remake of GoldenEye 007. See the link of my review in the top right corner here. I love that High Voltage gave as many control options as possible. This level of customization is pretty unheard of for Wii shooters. Honestly, this is how you would tailor players for a competitive shooter on the Nintendo Wii, so I give 2 thumbs up to the Conduit on that front, but it just isn't on the most optimized platform. High Voltage opted for the best graphical look on the Wii, but it wasn't optimized for the system. Based on my experience, I was dealing with a ton of frame dips and it was not a smooth experience. At best, I felt like I was moving at 24 frames per second or less. Not to mention, I did not like how Michael Ford moved. Moving in the Conduit feels more like gliding rather than walking, and when you want to move side to side, your view tilts almost like Michael Ford's drunk. It just doesn't feel good. Again, I commend High Voltage for the personalized controls, but it's a bridge too far with the graphical level you wanted the Conduit to run on based on its hardware. Not sure how to transition here, but to put it bluntly, the enemy types are just knockoff Covenant characters. Like, I get there needs to be variation in character design, but it just feels like a more grounded, somehow, version of Halo Combat Evolved. It just feels like a bad copy, and you can take the time to explore the levels to find secret messages that the ASC can translate. This is so you can get more background information and context to the main story's plot. Similar to how you can scan almost anything in Metroid. It just doesn't work in my opinion. Drudge aliens just constantly run at you through conduits, so I would wind up running through every level as quickly as possible. That way I wouldn't have to deal with them. The pacing of the gameplay just didn't match with the intent of exploration. This is especially true with the biolocks and the hidden biomines. In multiple areas of the same level, I had to find 4 locks for the ASC to charge and overload. This would stop me in my tracks and add another additional 5 minutes to the main level time. 5 agonizingly long minutes. It's even worse with the biomines. They're thrown in either pointless areas or in inconvenient areas where you should be primarily in a firefight. You have to stand with the ASC, wait for the mine to be charged, and then have it explode. You can't shoot or defend yourself properly, and in every instance I had no cover to protect myself. And my biggest pet peeve about this game is its tutorial level. Why is it here? You start with the power suit and all of its upgrades, the ASC, and with Prometheus as your ally towards the climax of the campaign. Then the story goes back in time, strips away all the useful abilities your suit had, like higher jumping, recharging health, and reduced damage. Enemies would drop health packs when you kill them, but at the Jefferson Memorial, I would constantly be overrun by Drudge soldiers before I could either destroy all of the conduits or run out of health packs before being saved by Prometheus while fighting the last wave of Drudge. Instead, I would have preferred Michael be given the suit with nerfed capabilities before encountering the wave-based gameplay that the Conduit introduces to you when you first face off against the Drudge. Just tell us the story and introduce the gameplay elements in order. The Conduit is a game that I want to like more than I dislike. I like the more items you collect in the campaign, unlockables like art and cheats are rewarded to you after you play the campaign. After one playthrough, I unlocked the one-shot kill and the unlimited ammo cheats. This definitely promotes replayability, but it didn't make me want to spend more time playing the Conduit than I wanted to for this review. High Voltage went in with really good intentions, and I'm glad there was a sequel. In fact, I really want to play that sequel because it looked like High Voltage worked harder on its multiplayer and the campaign. So I might not have liked the original much, but the fact that I'm interested in the legacy of the Conduit says a lot about the game. Now, with all of that in mind, I'm going to be giving the Conduit a 5 out of 10. Thank you everybody for sticking around to the end of this video. Let me know what you thought of the Conduit. Was I too tough on its gameplay and scoring? Let me know in the comments below. If you like my content, be sure to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Any support is welcomed and I truly appreciate it. My name is BirKey, and see what's in my corner next time.